Brian Tort is the owner and visionary behind Brian Tort Financial. Welcome to Morning Blend, Brian.
Thank you very much for having me.
If I have a business, how do I know that I might qualify for the 20% tax pass-through deduction?
Ooh, a pass-through deduction. Well, let's keep it simple.
Okay.
Let's say taxable income's $125,000, and let's say your profit was $100,000. So the government passed 20%, so you have a $20,000 deductions that most people don't even realize on their business for their taxable income, and so you have a savings. And so as a business owner, those are things that you want to find that certified financial planner, tax preparer to make sure that you get every deductions you're going forward. Like my logo says, I'm here to protect your dollars.
Right, and I just heard numbers, so we need people like you to sort through those numbers. Like numbers.
Who wants to go through the tax code?
Not me, but I want someone like you to do it. So any tax or business setups that we need to know for success when selling online with your e-commerce business?
That you have to pay more taxes because the state of Michigan wants you to pay for your sales tax, and you have to make sure that as you run your e-commerce business, as you look at your deductions, make sure that you're tracking that information as relates to your sales tax, because most people forget about it. And as a business owner, you want to make sure you keep track of that, and so you claim it correctly, so you're not paying more than you have to.
Right. Okay. Well, how do we know what can be a charitable contribution and deducted as part of our taxpayers' itemized deductions on the IRS Schedule A? What do we have to look at before we even come talk to you?
Well, it's more than just taking that bag of goods to Goodwill and saying, hey, here, I have 3 receipts, and go out there. You can use the Goodwill website, but let's talk about all the other Goodwill that we do. Let's talk about those church dinners that we go to. When we're at that church dinner, we're out, that is now a charitable contribution because that dinner cost is what's out there. Me as a Rotarian, as I'm out and about, as I travel to conferences that just recently happened, or if I'm out entertaining and getting those are charitable contributions. So that mileage is a charitable contribution. So that standard deduction, if you're a business owner, you could probably clarify and have more deductions that are charitable into your pocketbook, and so that, pay the government if you want, but, put the money in your pocket first.
Right. And this isn't just tax time of year information. These are things we need to think about as we're doing business all year long.
This is year-round planning. Yeah. So yes, we're in March. Yes, we have about 4 to 5 weeks of the tax season left. Mm-hmm. But really it comes down to, if you're not planning, and if you don't start planning now, if you don't look at those books in your bookkeeping or have a good bookkeeper, those are things you want to actually keep track of, because those are all going to pay off for next year's business findings.
Brian Tort Financial. Find out more online. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.